The Democratic field in 2028 could have the party looking for their own version of Donald Trump. Strategists say there's never been a better time for a political outsider to succeed. I guess they mean it like that. And they're throwing names around like billionaire Mark Cuban and sports commentator Stephen A. Smith, who was on the other day. I personally would like to see Ana Navarro and Cha-Cha running. I think Cha-Cha will be a very good vice president, better than Vance. Question, should Democrats...
she was actually born a lapdog, didn't turn into one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Okay, should Democrats consider any and all options?
No. I mean, we have an outsider in the White House right now, and look how well it's going. You know, I mean, it's just, Stephen A. Smith at least admitted here.
He talks too fast. I can't follow him.
Well, he admitted, although the bar is pretty low in terms of who would be qualified to be the president of the United States, he admitted that he is unqualified. So I think we can take that name out of it. And Mark Cuban has also said he's not interested in running for the president of the United States.
So who do you think? You got an idea?
Well, I think that someone that has experience, if we want to talk about meritocracy, let's have maybe a governor who's used to...
Like Pritzker.
Like Pritzker.
Governor Pritzker
who's
from
absolutely
Illinois.
fantastic.
I like him.
I happen to like Gavin Newsom. I do think... I like Fetterman. I do think that Bashir is great. I think if you look at Hakeem Jeffries...
Buttigieg?
You know, I like Hakeem. I think there is a field. There are a huge field of people with experience.
Amy Klobuchar is there, Gretchen Whitmer is there.
Alyssa Slotkin?
Gretchen would be great.
We've seen the past 10 years how women do as presidential candidates.
Well, but we're going to have to keep on trying until we get there.
If we keep saying the country's not ready, you never see when the country's ready. So you don't start off by saying they'll never do this. Because
I'm not saying they'll never do it. I'm saying it's not looking too good.
I need an outsider as president. I've asked Mark Cuban many times. He always assures me he will never run. But I think somebody with huge business experience, running corporations, managing people, and someone like him who's done tremendous charitable work, what he's done for like lowering prescription drug costs and making people get access, that's important. I actually think it could be very powerful. Our politics tend to be very stagnant, and people lose focus often of big ideas. And that was something I was really struck with this past election. I didn't feel like either side was running to really change and reshape and make things better and deliver more. So I don't mind the idea of someone from the outside.
Frankly, I think Democrats are, the reason we're having these conversations is because I think Democrats are desperate for a clear leader. Obviously, the Republicans have dear leader. Democrats want to know who their leader is, and there is no clear leader now. There's a lot of different leaders, but not a clear voice that speaks on behalf of Democrats. Stephen A. Smith, I'm sorry, the only person I've heard discuss Stephen A. Smith as a possible candidate is Stephen A. Smith, who likes to do it by referring to himself in the third person, which I find is a little weird. Mark Cuban, I actually just did an event with him in front of Democratic leaders and Democratic donors. Mark Cuban wants to be part of the solution. He considers himself an informed and concerned citizen.
I have bad news for you. Late last month, Mark Cuban told a crowd he wasn't interested in the White House in 2028.
I was there. That was the event I did with him.
No, it's not going to happen.
Right.
Yeah, but what I would say, the good part of someone like Stephen A. Smith is saying I'm not qualified is he's smart enough to know what he doesn't know. And one thing that Donald Trump never did is put anyone smart in front of anyone. He fired those people. So if you get an outsider in that can get the money they need, the people and following and audience they need, and they know enough to put someone else in there that knows more in those lanes, I'll vote for him.
And I've got to defend Stephen A. Smith here. I don't think that I'm not a Democrat, so I shouldn't even tell you. He knows how to communicate, though, and that is what is missing. There's a reason tens of millions of people... That's not what I'm saying, but tens of millions of people listen to him because he knows how to talk like a human being. Democrats just want to give their stump speeches like it's the 1990s and press conferences with no one there, and they think it's going to beat Donald Trump, and it's not.
I would love a return to Windows 98 versus what we are dealing with right now. I would love that.
I'm an AI girl.
I would love that.
Any type of window sounds better than the padded room we're in.
Yeah.